What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, Panthers Advice. We are 2 weeks from tomorrow until the draft is here, so 15 days away. I'm excited. So today's video is going to be a little bit of Dan Morgan, a little Dave Canales, kind of referencing the draft and whatnot, and a little Bryce Young. But first up, we got to kick it off talking about the draft. And Dean Jones, he wrote a good article. All right, he said Flames fanned around potentially demoralizing Carolina Panthers draft scenario. What is Dean talking about? He's saying the Patriots could potentially draft Jalon Walker, steal him from the Panthers, right? Just like they got Mr. Eagle, right? Mykel Williams. Now, here's the thing to talk about real quick, and we're going to get more into the draft in a second. Let's say the Patriots get Jalon Walker. Let's say somebody gets Tet McMillan, right? Let's say somebody trades up in front of the Panthers, gets Tet. Tyler Warren's gone. Mike Green's gone. This is what today's video is going to be about, all right? Stay with me. So Tyler's gone, Mike's gone, Jalen's gone, Tet's gone. What do the Panthers do? The Panthers are probably going to trade back. Now, they keep saying, with the 8th overall pick, we're going to take the best overall player, right? Or the best available player. They're probably going to take the best deal, okay? Which means now we have to look at, okay, if that's the case, let's say they trade back. Probably going to trade back later in the first round. Who do they grab? You got Donovan E. out of Boston College. If you haven't already, go check out my last video. We went over him. I loved watching him, all right? He's got a bag on him already. Top linebacker award in college football. I like him a lot. A little bit slow off the edge, all right, as far as chasing down running backs, potentially slot guys, right? But other than that, I loved watching him. James Pierce Jr., big fan of him. He's big but slim, all right? I think he would be a beast off the edge on that weak side. Then you got Mykel Williams. Him and James Pierce Jr. I go back and forth on. And I don't know if either one of them will be there, to be honest with you. Then we got Mykel Williams. And Mykel Williams would be a beast if he develops into the beast a lot of people think he can be. And what I mean by that is Mykel Williams is still kind of raw, but he's got the size. And the Panthers could use that to really substitute out for Clowney. Because Clowney looked gassed later in the games because he might be rushing, he might be dropping back. If you can bring Clowney in, right, on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 8, where he can just rush, I think we're going to see a much better Clowney this year, to be honest with you. So when it comes to these three, I don't think you can go wrong. It's just, what do you want out of a linebacker, right? Let's take a look at our next three real quick. Then our next three right here, all right, got Shamar Stewart, Nick Scorton, and Landon Jackson. When it comes to these three, it's hard to say because Shamar Stewart has all the intangibles you want, okay? He's everything you want in a linebacker. It's just a matter of production, right? It's like, well, you can do this, this, and this, but where's your production at, my guy? Then you got Nick Scorton. I don't think you can go wrong there. And Landon Jackson, kind of up and down, right? People say they don't really like him on the edge. Some people do, some people don't. If I had to pick one of these guys, it's hard to say. If I want to play it safe, I'm probably going Nick. If I want somebody to make an immediate impact, I think Shamar Stewart is the only one of these three who can do it immediately because he has all the intangibles you want. It's just a matter of will he. Landon Jackson has upside. So, again, it really comes down to play it safe, upside, or take a chance on Shamar Stewart. Next three, we got Princely, we got Braden, and we got JT out of Ohio State. This right here shows you how deep the edge rushers are for this draft. Another three where you really can't go wrong on. A lot of people like Princely, and to me, a lot of room for potential as well. This dude is big, he's fast, he's quick. His arsenal is developing, but his potential is crazy. All right, you got Braden Swinson out of LSU. You got JT out of Ohio State. When it comes to these three, it's tough. I think Princely would be a good project to have, right? I think JT is going to make an immediate impact, and I go Braden as the guy who's going to play it safe. But I don't know that you go wrong with these three either, to be honest with you, as long as they go into the right scheme. And then our last three, look, guys, we're 14 edge rushers in. Now, the first two they didn't show, I think, was Mike Green and Abdul Carter. So let's say we're 12 in. There is some deep talent when it comes to the edge rusher class because my guy who I hope they take if he's still there late is Jack Sawyer, all right? They're saying big board ranked 60, so that's like late second, early third. If they could snag him, I'd be happy. With Jack Sawyer, Jared Ivey, Kyle Kennard, 2 out of South Carolina. I mean, once again, you really can't go wrong. From what we had Princely to Shamar Stewart to Donovan, James Pierce Jr., Mykel Williams. You guys see how deep this draft class is. So I'm telling you, if their edge guy isn't there at number 8 and Tyler Warren's not there, I don't know that they're going to take a receiver, to be honest with you, because we need some defensive help, right? But let's say Ted's gone too. My guess is they're going to trade back. And they're going to go get 1, maybe 2 of these guys. And I would be thrilled if they did that. Let me know your thoughts, right? Do you want them to trade back, or do you want them to pick somebody at number 8, man? Let's keep it going, though. Next up, my boy Bryce Young. All right, in the category for 10-plus total touchdowns and 0 total turnovers in teams' final 3 games. Since 2000, this is a list. Peyton Manning, Kirk Cousins, Drew Brees, and Bryce Young. I know some of you guys are worried about the offense, but if Bryce Young is doing this, let's build that defense up first before we continue to add to that offense. All right, I know some of you guys don't like the receivers we have, all right, but the way Dave wants to run this offense, okay, it's a 12 personnel, it's a 22 personnel, all right, 2 running backs, 2 tight ends, you got 2 receivers on the outside, whatever it may be. He's not looking to go pass heavy, right? So the offense, I think, is fine for now. We have to add to the defensive side. Let's talk a little bit about Dave and Dan and their interviews, and if they gave us a little bit of insight one way or the other real quick. Let's take a listen.
And the benching of Bryce Young happens. Huge risk.
I just wanted to make sure I was making the right decision for everybody involved. And so if I'm going to ask our players, our team, to give everything they have, and I got to look at the whole situation and say, this gives us the best chance to win.
I know we've gone over this 1,000 times with Dave, right? Talking about, okay, at the beginning of the season, he said he was going to ride it through with Bryce Young. Good or bad, we're going to ride it through. And all of a sudden, it's like, nope, just kidding. We're going to bench him for Andy Dalton. I just wish they would have done that in the preseason, right? Let Bryce Young play. Let Andy Dalton play. And if you saw Andy Dalton was better, let Andy Dalton start, right? And let Bryce Young back him up. But it's all good now. Water under the bridge. But I wanted to throw that in there real quick. Let's keep it going.
8th overall pick. You mentioned J.C. Horn. Dan Morgan's a defensive guy. You're an offensive guy. Tell me about the dynamic. What's the negotiation there? You got to give me something. What is there? Come on. Lean one way or the other. Wide receiver. It sounds like you're getting a wide receiver.
There's some dynamic wide receivers out there. You know, Bryce certainly will take advantage of that.
Listen to Dave's tone real quick.
Jalon Walker is on my show on Thursday. Do you have your face looks like you're excited about that? What should I ask him?
The accountability, the way that he pulls the whole group together, the way that he plays with his hair on fire. And
to me, just based on that alone, right, you know, she brings up Ted McMillan, all right, and then she brings up Jalon Walker. And you hear Dave's voice, you know, I just love his accountability, the way he plays, his hair's on fire. Whereas when she brought up Ted, it was like, oh, you know, there's a lot of good playmakers. But Jalon Walker, the way he plays, his hair's, I'm just making an observation, man. I'm just making an observation. Let's take a look at Dan Morgan real quick.
We're looking for dogs.
Yeah.
Can you explain to me how you scout for dogs?
So, you know, I think first and foremost, the tape. You know, you turn the tape on, you know, is a guy playing physical? Is he tough? Is he hitting guys? Is he trying to finish guys? And then, you know, a dog's not just on the field either. It's off the field. Like, what are you doing off the field? Like, are you taking care of your body? Are you putting the extra work in?
I mean, that's the ultimate thing, right? When Dan talks about being a dog, it's not about just on the field, it's off the field, right? And really for Bryce Young, you got benched. How do you respond to it? Because remember, a lot of negative criticism was Bryce Young. He just pouts. He sulks his head. All right. The fact he bounced back and did what he did is pretty impressive. But, you know, that's what it means moving forward is if you have a bad year, how do you bounce back? On the field, how do you bounce back? So that's going to wrap it up. I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. Like I said, man, this draft class, though, when it comes to edge rushers, this is deep. Right? This is deep, and these are just the main guys. I'm excited. Like I said, we have, 15 days, 2 weeks from Thursday until the draft is here. I will be live streaming that first day. Maybe the second day. We'll see. All right, we'll see. But the first day, I'll definitely be live streaming. So stay tuned for that. Content coming soon. Film study Friday coming in 2 days. I'll catch you guys then. Take it easy. Panthers Advice is out. Peace.